Hey, Captain Games here. So, are you passionate about games? Did you always want to get a game job and work in the game industry since you were a little kid? Well, stop right there. Before you try to get a game job in the game industry, you should definitely watch this video first, okay? It's very important that you watch this video first. Because I'm going to be telling you things that a lot of people don't tell you about the game industry and having a game job. So, I'm a professional video game tester, and I'm a video game project manager, and I've been working in the game industry for a while now. So I'm here to tell about my experience and all the people I've met in the video game industry and what they think about the game jobs. So what's it like for me in the game industry? How should I put it this way? You take a Grand Theft Auto 5, you add a Diablo 2, then you subtract a League of Legends. Then you multiply by a Diablo Immortal, and then you divide the whole thing by Fortnite. And then you multiply by Hello Kitty Islands Adventure, and you take the square root of it. And what do you get? A piece of shit. Okay, so in all seriousness, working in the game industry and having a game job is just like anything else. You know, like any other company. You have some good and you have some bad things. Some of the good things are in a game company is, you know, there's some nice perks. It's kind of like a tech company. You get free snacks, you get a gym membership, you know, you get a game room filled with games because, you know, they try to stimulate your mind, get you to be creative and play lots of games, get new ideas, and, you know, just keep you happy overall. And the most important thing is, you get a ping pong table, guys. All game company gotta have that ping pong table. Without the ping pong table, you're out of there, okay? That's like, you know, perfection. Ping pong table. You know, if you like those perks, then it's definitely good for you, of course. So before you get a game job, just make sure you join the company that produces games that you like. So if you like League of Legends, you know, go to Riot. Or you go to Valve and try to work on Dota 2. Because if you're working at a company that only produces games like Hello Kitty Island Adventure, it's gonna suck for you. You're like screwed. Your friends and family won't tell you that. But I'm here to crush dreams, so I'm here to tell you that. I'm just kidding. Now, let's just say you do get in the company that produces games that you do like, but you might not get placed in those projects or work on the games you actually do like. Instead, you might be put on other games if, you know, the company's large enough. So what you gotta do is you just gotta work, you know, do a good job producing the games that, you know, you're currently working on, and then maybe later if you do a good job, they will let you switch to a game that you might enjoy working on more, or, you know, a game that you like, and that's why you joined the company in the first place. You know, overall, that's what you just gotta do. So that's just something to think about. You know, you might not always get to work on the game that you actually enjoy, and you work on a game that you don't enjoy, so, you know, you got to make a sacrifice there. So something else to think about is, are you passionate about games now? What about 5 years later? What about 10 years later? What about when you have a family? If you're still passionate about games then great. The game industry is definitely for you. You know, just stay right where you are. If you're not, then you may, you know, switch industry, that's okay. But that's just something to think about, you know. Not many people think about that, you know. You want to join a game company where you're smaller, but as you grow older and mature, maybe you don't enjoy games as much. You might want to watch Netflix shows and, I don't know, other interests. So, just something to think about, you know. Okay, now let's just say you join a game company and you have a great idea for a game. Just keep it to yourself, okay? Because they're not going to listen to you. Why don't you just listen to me about the space robot ninjas? Why? You know what else could crush my dream? If you don't click that like button right now and share this video if you enjoy it so far. Also, hit the subscribe button and click on the notifications for more videos like this, you know? It'll definitely help me a lot. Back to the subject. Now let's just say you do have a great idea for a game. Make sure you have a prototype and you did market research on like how well the genre will do and the game and features and things like that. If you have that kind of presented, then definitely they will take you more seriously and maybe even consider the idea. And also, try your absolute best to be a game designer or a product manager when you present those ideas. Then that way, they can't say no to you, you know? Because it takes a lot of resources for the companies to just start building a game, and, you know, they don't want to take that risk unless you have, you know, prototype, analytical data, things like that, and, you know, a pitch to why this game is going to make a lot of money for the company, of course. Not because you like it, but it'll make a lot of money for them, okay? Definitely always say that. A lot of money for them. When they hear money, they're here money. So speaking of money, something you hear about in the game industry is crunch. And what companies want to do is, if a game is delayed, they're definitely going to make everyone crunch. And that's when you gotta stay late some days, maybe weeks, maybe even months, working late at night trying to finish the game or produce the game feature and release it just on time. And that's gonna suck. Which did happen to me and, you know, some of my other coworkers and friends that tell me about it. You know, when there's crunch time, can't be helped. And, you know, sometimes it happens in other companies, so crunch is, you know, common. And, you know, with these free-to-play games and hard deadlines, gamers want, you know, better games. There's definitely gonna be more crunch, you know, better graphics, and free cosmetics or battle pass that's coming out, investors gonna be like wanting you to pump those features out or the game out right away, because you know every minute that's not producing, it's definitely losing money for companies. So they definitely want to hit those deadlines, and there's gonna be crunch. So be prepared. If you work a game job in the game industry, there sometimes could be crunch, sometimes good, sometimes bad. You know, a little bit's okay, too much is not good. And then crunch can sometimes lead to layoffs. So after the game is done producing, you know, the company's like, hey, why do we need you guys? Bye-bye. And they just lay off people. And this did happen to some people that I know. And they tell me about it, and it sucks. You know, like after they produce the game, you know, the next day, a couple days later, maybe they get called into a meeting, Zoom meeting, and then they're just all laid off. And you hear all these stories all the time. You know, just check the news. You can see a lot of companies and video game companies just, you know, lay people off after the game's produced, or they're cutting cost. Sometimes, you know, they decide, hey, the game's just not doing well, guys. We're just gonna have to lay everybody out. You know, the easiest way for the company to just lay people off, to cut costs, things like that. You know, or, you know, a larger game company purchase a smaller studio and just decides, yeah, we don't need this many people to produce this game. We're just gonna lay some people off because, you know, we could import some of our resources, our people to work on the game, and, you know, the small studio will be, you know, they can't do anything about it. So yeah, in the game industry and having game job, that could happen. So definitely keep that in mind when you know, apply for a game job, you know. Look at their reputation, do they lay off people, stuff like that, research the company, and, you know, just pray for the best. You know, there are some good things about working at a game company, is that you're always surrounded by a lot of people who love games and love to talk about games 24 hours. So you definitely love talking about games, and that's something you're passionate about, then you definitely won't be surrounded by these people. And you're going to be talking about games all the time, maybe outside of work, inside work, games you like, games you're producing, games you're working on, things like that. Games 24 hours. You know, maybe afterwards, you could grab a 5-on-5 League of Legends. You know, just after work. You know, it's just everybody loves games. Definitely don't hold back on that. So overall, for me and my coworkers, we all love, you know, our game jobs and love working in the game industry. You know, that's why we're here. You know, I love talking about games. You know, they love talking about games. And hopefully you are passionate about games as well. Because you're going to be surrounded by a lot of creative minds. And, you know, they all just, you know, think similar. And it's going to be great to bounce ideas back and forth. And, you know, just have a good time overall, you know. You know, game industry. That's it. And yeah, I think that's everything I want to talk about in this video today. So if you find this video helpful and you like it so far, go ahead and click that like button and share this video with somebody. It'll definitely help me a lot. Go ahead and comment down below and tell me, do you have a game job or you want to work in the game industry? What's it like? You know, if you have stories, go ahead and comment down below. You know, good things, bad things, you know, let people know. Just comment down below. Also, if you're very passionate about games, go ahead and join my Discord server where we're going to be talking about games all day, you know? There's no shortage of that, that's for sure. And of course, the most important thing of all is hit that subscribe button and click on the notifications for more videos like this, because I'll definitely be talking more about game jobs, game industry, my reaction to gameplay, games, more games, games all the time, okay? Just games. Just click on the subscribe button, okay? All right? It's good for you, good for me. We're gonna be doing some damage, guys, that's for sure. Also, go ahead and check out my video on my reaction to a game called Black Myth Wukong, where the boss throws poop as an attack. I don't know if it does damage, but I definitely like that feature about the game. So yeah, just go ahead and check out that video right here, or over here. I'm not sure where, but I'll put it somewhere up here. Well, anyways, I think that's all I have for today, so I guess I'll see you later then. Peace.